Hello, welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this one, I'm going to cover my top 5 time-saving productivity tips when using GoldMine based on my 31 years plus experience of using, supplying, and supporting the product. Now, some of these tips you may have heard of before, you might be using them already every day, and others I mentioned, but perhaps they could be new to you. But by using these tips, it will save you time, increase your productivity, and help keep your GoldMine database up to date with the correct information. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, and my company Wizard Systems, we're a specialist CRM solutions provider who help out mainly small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity through the use of systems like GoldMine. Now, the audio part of this event is one way only. If you've got a question on anything I'm going over, please pop that into the question section. I'll do my best to answer that at the end. And also, I will give you an update on any GoldMine product news we've got as of sort of mid-September 2024 for you. Just a very brief mention about Wizard Systems. I know many of you on the call right now live, you are dealing with us or have heard of us, but we're a long-standing provider of GoldMine CRM. We've been implementing and supporting GoldMine for many, many years now. And as a leading CRM solutions provider, we actually do provide various different CRM solutions, not just GoldMine. And the key benefit of providing different solutions as a CRM provider is the ability to match your needs to the ideal system based on your requirements and so on going forward. So if you are interested in upgrading GoldMine to anything else, then please contact us, any of us at Wizard Systems. But as regards GoldMine, we're a one-stop shop. We actively provide any kind of service around GoldMine that you want, training, upgrades, extra software, extra licenses, and the ongoing help desk support as well. Okay, let's dive into these top 5 tips then for saving time in GoldMine. Well, the first one, I think, is keyboard shortcuts. There are a number of shortcuts to help you get quickly to the things that you want. I have put up on our GoldMine blog. The link to that is in the meeting chat. If you go up there, you will see a complete list of all of the supported keyboard shortcuts in GoldMine. But my top ones are as follows. Well, for example, you can press F5, which will take you to the email center. F6 will take you to the activity list. F7 will take you to your calendar. F9 will take you to your opportunities. So there's really quick ways of getting to those quick parts of the GoldMine application. Another nice one is if you are using notes, if you hold down the control key and press I, it does enable you to create a new note. So take a look at our blog for a complete list of all of the keyboard shortcuts with the function keys and then some of the control keys, out keys in conjunction with some other letters to quickly get to you to the place you want in GoldMine. Tip number 2, are you using email templates? Do you have regular emails, common emails that you're sending out to your contacts and you're having to cut and paste and repeat yourself? By using email templates, that will save you time and ensure that for that particular email, everyone in your team is sending the same information, the right attachments. You've got that corporate branding as well in your email as regards your fonts and your signature file and so on. Really easy to send out these email templates from, for example, from a contact record. You can click on the email field label, fires up compose email screen, and then right next to the subject on the right-hand side, you've got a little drop-down list, and that's where you're going to see in alphabetical order all of those common emails you send. No effective limit to the number of email templates you've got in there. They're all in alphabetical order. You select them, it pastes in the text for you, plus any attached files as well. All you need to do then is click send, off it goes. So a really nice way of saving time through the use of those email templates. Third tip for saving time in GoldMine are the bulk updates. They're officially known in GoldMine as a global replace. So this is where we can, over your whole database, or by selecting a small subset of your database, replace a field with something else, some other value. This would be more normally an administrator function, an administrator task. So normally you wouldn't let every user carry out this function. And also in this function, because you are changing data, it's really good practice to make sure that you've got a backup of your database before proceeding, because there's not really an easy way of undoing what you're doing, but it's a really powerful way of updating information. So if you've got the lead source wrong, or some other profile or categorization information is incorrect, or the wrong format, or the wrong syntax, this is just a way of, rather than going through each record one by one and changing information, you can group them all together via a filter or group in GoldMine, and then just apply the update right across them. So you go to Tools, Data Management here, and then Global Replace. While I am here, Territory Alignment is something similar. That too will allow you to do a bulk update to fields. And this is used where you've got territories, or a new salesperson, or you're adjusting sales regions around. So it's a way of updating the records with the right salesperson's name, and also realigning and adjusting the outstanding activity as well. But on Global Replace up here, there's a very simple wizard that will take you through. I'm not going to go through it. We have covered this on previous 101s. But the three options you've got here is replacing a field with a value. And then some more sophisticated options here. Updating a field using advanced options, could be a formula, could be adding together two values, all sorts of things. It's a really comprehensive way of updating a field with some advanced features there. And then thirdly, exchange the values of two fields. So you're moving, kind of like moving the furniture around. What's in field A should be in field B, and vice versa. So you can adjust those there. So that's the Global Replace wizard, a really nice way of saving time. And as I say, we have covered that on previous 101s, and also the Territory Realignment wizard as well. So similar thing to Global Replace. Time-saving tip number 4, automated processes in GoldMine. And in my experience, quite often not utilized to its full. And it's a way of applying some automation in your GoldMine system, getting your GoldMine 24/7, looking for things to do. It's going to improve your productivity. It's going to make sure things get done at the right time to the right contact. Also helps you to make sure everything's done as regards to sales process with a particular contact. Let me show you an example of this. So we go to Tools, Automated Processes, and Manage Processes. That's where we have it set up. And think of it like a sequence of instructions, one or many things, actions that will take place automatically against a contact record, given a particular trigger. So something happens to a record or an elapsed period of time, and then you want some action to take place. And that action could be an email, using those email templates I showed earlier. Could be one or many emails, could be scheduling a phone call. So the manager, the salesperson who looks after this record, we will schedule a call automatically in X number of days' time, or after something has taken place. Maybe a sale has been made. Maybe the manager needs to phone that customer a week after the sale is made just to check everything's okay. So a really nice way of applying a sales process, a sequence of instructions, a sequence of tasks or events, all making up a process into the GoldMine system. And then once it's created, you just basically forget about it. It will just keep monitoring itself until you stop it. But we can give you lots of examples of where that can be used as regards chasing up new inquiries. Here's one here for a long-term prospect. Maybe you've got a prospect or a potential customer, and they could be on a long sales cycle, maybe many months, but you want to make sure that you're keeping in touch with them as regards any news or product updates, just giving them a gentle nudge. So that's where you can put in motion a sequence of events. So every month, for example, something happens with that prospect, a phone call, an email, an action, even a letter. We can print out letters as well. So it's just basically like a little mini program from start to finish, carrying out those automated instructions. So use your imagination. Again, if you want any other ideas on automated processes, come to us at Wiz Systems. We have set that up for a number of different clients, a really powerful feature and time saving and productivity improvement feature in GoldMine. I'll finish up with a really easy time saving productivity benefit, and that's the edit copy contact details option. And what that does is it grabs for the current record that you've got on screen there. It grabs and puts it into the clipboard, the clipboard of your PC, basic information about the contact, and you can, with these checkboxes, you can configure what goes over. So I've got name, job title, address, got primary email address and website, got phone numbers. Click copy, and then go to any other application, and then paste that in, and that will get all that data in for you. So a really nice way of grabbing key contact information and putting into some other application, notepad, an email, passing on to some other colleague in a Teams chat or whatever it might be. So there's your top 5 tips, and there is possibly a 6th one. My opening slide showed an office worker with a mobile. Well, think about using GoldMine on the go. If you're away from the office a lot, then GoldMine Web. Again, we've featured GoldMine Web in a number of 101 sessions. GoldMine Web is part of GoldMine. What GoldMine Web is 2 things. It's a browser access to your GoldMine, a simpler form of GoldMine, a really, really simple, easy version of GoldMine in your browser, and also use it on your mobile. A real-time way of accessing all of the key information in GoldMine, your contact records, your activities, your calendar, your emails, linked documents as well, your opportunities, cases, and some basic dashboards. All of the top sort of day-to-day things, they're live on your mobile device. That's GoldMine Web. Again, we feature that in a number of 101s on a fairly regular basis on this event series here. So, as we normally do, if you've got any questions around this, then please pop that into the questions section. Question from Haley: Can you provide examples of effective automated processes that other users have implemented in GoldMine? Well, I touched on a few, but if you can think of anything where in your business there's like a repeated number of actions that need to take place, think about that trigger as well. What has to happen when a sequence of actions will take place? For example, a new inquiry comes in, a sale is made, a quotation is emailed, a client visit is done. What needs to happen after those sort of key salesy type activities? But other the examples I've mentioned, a new inquiry, maybe some kind of qualification or sequence of emails go out to them, long-term sales prospects, maybe a process after a sales visit, a process after sending out a quote, a process after selling something or provisioning a product to a client. Maybe you need some kind of actions there. We set up also a referral process. A customer of ours got lots of business through referrals, so they wanted a way when a sale was made, then there was a referral process going out to that client, just sending out an email and phoning them, just asking them for any further referrals. Contract renewals. Do you have contracts in your business? Where you need to make sure maybe every year on the anniversary of something, you need to renew that contract. That would be another good example. Hopefully there's a few ideas there for you, Haley. Jackie, what data validation is there on a bulk edit to make sure the correct format is observed? Well, if you are, so going back to the global replace wizard, the most common option in there is to replace a field with a value. So that's where you could manually type in a value that you want to go into a field across multiple records. But there is a drop-down list there. It will observe the F2 pick list of that field. So if you do have salespeople's names, if you have a list of product types, if you have a list of interests, types of customer, that you'll see it when you go through the global replace wizard. You will see that, Jackie. Brian, how can I make sure I get invites to future sessions? Well, Brian, you will be on our list if you're watching this. Well, you are watching this live. You are on the list, so you don't need to worry about it. I assume you've got the invite from us. So, if you're watching it live, you probably are on our mailing list. But please contact us or send us an email, wizard1@wizard-systems.com. We'll make sure you're on the list there. We do try and run these sessions every 2 or 3 weeks or so on a GoldMine topic. So hopefully that'll be of use for you, Brian. Another question from Jackie. What was the red border around some of your fields on a record? They were mandatory fields. So you can make, on a contact record, you can make certain fields mandatory and users can't go off and leave a record blank. Well, they can by leaving an excuse, but it's a nice way of making sure when you create a new record, the top level information like person's name, their email address, their phone number, it goes in there. Mandatory fields. Right, don't think there's any more questions. Right, latest news as of mid to late September 2024. Latest release of GoldMine is 2024.3. You've got to make sure you've got a maintenance contract. You're on a maintenance contract from Wizard Systems to get access to these updates and latest versions. Do you fancy a CRM review? Has it been some time since we or someone has looked at your CRM system and given a kind of independent review? With our experience of CRM, many decades of implementations, we could look at your system. There's no charge for this, by the way. It's done via an online meeting, generally over an hour or so. No charge made, but we will review the way you're using GoldMine and come up with a strategy going forwards, the next 6 months, 12 months and beyond. Some kind of a plan for getting more out of GoldMine. Contact us with Systems if you want more information on that or to schedule that in. So thanks very much to those of you watching live. Any suggestions for future topics that you think would be of interest to other GoldMine users out there, please drop me a line, Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. But thanks very much for your time. We'll look forward to catching up with you on the next event. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.